Today we're going to simulate 3 NBA seasons, but the best players have been reset. In this case, reset means I've given the players their rating and age from the first 2K game they ever appeared in. In total, I've reset 45 of the best players in the NBA. This includes the highest rated player on NBA 2K24 from each franchise, as well as it includes any other player rated 87 overall or higher. I've left badges and potential rating in place while boosting the player progression rate, so maybe we see some of these players redevelop into stars. Before we simulate season 1, I'll let you know a few of the franchises that definitely got destroyed. Milwaukee loses 2 players. Damian Lillard, their prize acquisition, back to a 70 overall. That was his NBA 2K13 rating, and Giannis is a 60 overall. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we've got enough time for him to develop, but we'll see. Brad, the city of Baston's gonna be parked outside my house tonight because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are reset. They're still role players, but Kristaps is also a 74, and new acquisition Drew Holiday, a 67. That is tough. The Heat also feel the wrath pretty badly as, where are they? Bam is a 72 overall. He was above the overall threshold, and their best player, Jimmy Butler, 66 overall. That's what he entered NBA 2K as. That is so bad. The Lakers might be all right because yes, Anthony Davis and LeBron get reset, but AD entered NBA 2K13 as a 79 overall, and LeBron way back in NBA 2K4, the Stone Age, was still a 78, so they should be okay. Believe it or not, Kyrie stays the best player on the Mavs roster after getting reset, but that's because Luka Doncic is a 59 overall, because in case you didn't know, I'll show a screenshot right here. Luka was actually hidden on the NBA 2K17 roster as a 17-year-old. He was playing for Barcelona, I believe, so yeah, gotta follow my own rules, people. I'm sorry, Luka, he's very bad and not gonna get better in time. We're gonna see a bunch more teams as we go, but the San Antonio Spurs were the only NBA franchise who had no players reset because Victor Wembanyama is their best player and he is a rookie, so yeah, Victor might honestly run our simulation this video, which, like, I don't know, I wouldn't be shocked or disappointed. Oh, sorry about that. Wait, what? That can't be right. Oh my goodness, Winnie. The NBA season is just over 2 weeks away. How could you not tell me? You're a good dog, but you owe me. Since you're a dog, you can let me know. Victor Wembanyama, 18.5 points per game, higher or lower? Hello? Higher or...
I want to punch you in the face so bad right now.
Unfortunately, my dog Winnie isn't a true underdog, so yeah, she can't give me any tips. But right now on Underdog Fantasy, the sponsor of today's video, you can begin winning big on NBA content. The aforementioned Victor W is one of many NBA stars you can include in season-long pick'em predictions. For example, you could combine the higher on Victor's points with predictions for Luka and LeBron and potentially win 6 times your entry. Y'all with the keen eye might have also noticed they're an insured option. That's one of my favorite parts about Underdog. If you lock in your pick'em entry as insured, you can walk away a winner even if you don't 100% your picks. During week 3 of the NFL season, I actually had a pair of pick'em entries hit, including one that was insured. With hindsight, I obviously didn't need to do that because I went 4 for 4 on that entry, but it did feel good not having to sweat, knowing I was going to be a winner regardless. Sign up for Underdog Fantasy right now using my code JCAN. New customers get their first deposit matched up to $500 and also receive a mystery pick'em special. Once again, that's code JCAN. No better time than right now to sign up. Link is down below. Oh, and our MVP for season 1, Evan Mobley. I forgot to show the best players in the league. I'll do that here in a sec. Mobley, 21, 13, and 3. Yeah, the Cavs must have been good. Okay. Wow, Scoot Henderson wins Rookie of the Year. Okay, Victor not only didn't win MVP, he gets beat out for Rookie of the Year. Kevin Porter Jr., Nick Claxton, Paul Reed. Okay, makes sense. Mobley, Randall, Alperen Sengun, Aaron Gordon, finally living up to the potential. Nick Claxton, your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second cat, Tyler Hero, Jarrett Allen, Josh Giddey, wow, up to an 86, and John Morant. I reset John, he still makes second team. Okay. Third team again, Scoot Henderson, dominating the league. Bradley Beal, DeAndre Ayton, Nikola Vucevic, and DeJounte Murray. Dude, do I see Victor at least on all defensive? I do not. Oh my, where he makes all rookie, obviously, but that's a disappointment. Just a quick look at the playoff teams. Portland is a 1 seed. Oh, I guess Scoot Henderson was amazing. Over in the East, the New York Knicks. Okay, wait, who won MVP? Evan Mobley. The Cavs only a 4 seed though. Interesting. I should have showed this in the intro, but after our best players got reset, Bradley Beal walks away post year 1 as the best player in the NBA. Tyrese Maxey, Chris Middleton, Evan Mobley there. Fair enough. He stepped up and showed out. League leaders, Julius Randle. Wait a minute. The Knicks were a 1 seed. Did Julius Randle low-key get robbed of an MVP? 20 27, just missed out on 10 rebounds a game, 4 assists. Karl Anthony Towns was awesome. Bradley Beal as well, living up to the hype. Kyrie, again, I reset him. Him and Ja Morant seem to succeed even with the reset. Klay Thompson, Desmond Bane. To be fair, Evan Mobley did finish 3rd in the NBA in rebounding, but I don't know, 21 points a game. Julius low-key got Evan Mobley, fraudulent MVP. We're going to look at the Trailblazers roster in a second. 61 wins is crazy. I mean, Golden State was still legit, even with basically no Steph. New Orleans was there. Houston, another young team. Okay. OKC being on the fringe of the playoff with Shea reset makes sense. LeBron and AD, I thought they'd be good enough for a playoff spot at least. Jokic and Jamal Murray got reset, so Denver is waste, and Victor did nothing. What? Over in the East, the Knicks, wow, the Knicks are still very strong. Indiana, they lost or had Tyrese Halliburton reset. Embiid, Harden reset in Philly, but they still qualify. The Celtics, I'm sorry, Boston, don't come for me. Okay, in this universe, Portland won 61 games. This is what a 61 win team looks like with a bunch of solid players. Scoot, 82, obviously their leader. I mean, it doesn't look that insane, does it? The Knicks are another powerhouse. They might go ahead and win the title because they've got Julius Randle, arguably the best player in the NBA. What a time to be alive. Where's Jalen Brunson, a 72? He's not getting better. But on to the playoffs we go. Can Scoot and the Trailblazers continue to dominate? Will Julius Randle get revenge on that fraud Evan Mobley for stealing MVP? Ew, what? Okay, I'm sorry, Evan Mobley. I've been hating on you the last few minutes, but I didn't mean you should go to a game 7. Like, you can win a round. Okay. Thankfully, Evan Mobley and the Cavs, yeah, it was close. It went to game 7, but they're going to take care of business, advance to round 2, which sets up Julius Randle should have been MVP against the real MVP, Evan Mobley. Elsewhere, Portland swept their first round series. Even without Steph leading the way, the Warriors might just march back to the finals. Atlanta and Indiana in round 2. I'm intrigued by all these matchups. Wow, in game 5 of this New York-Cleveland series, the Knicks did win. Julius Randle, 33 and 14. I mean, he had some help. RJ was amazing. But Evan Mobley, 15, 11 on 5 of 16 shooting, and his Cavs were eliminated. What, fraudulent MVP. That said, we do have one game 7 from round 2, the Warriors versus the Suns. This is interesting for so many reasons, obviously, because they might be 2 of the best teams in the West IRL, but KD's been reset. Steph isn't even in the rotation. Devin Booker also reset on the Suns. But unless Phoenix gets a couple huge baskets in a timely manner, Bull slicing inside, there's one. Old man CP3, Klay Thompson and the boy, they might be holding on a 4-point lead. They should probably kill some clock here. Never mind, Klay's just gonna go right to work around reset KD, and it works. But KD's gonna be on that drive. He's like an 81 overall. Tough finish, he misses, grabs his own board, puts it back up, and misses again. Classic 2K24. I guess that's it. Year 1 conference finals, the 1 versus 2 seed Portland Trailblazers versus Golden State Warriors, and the 1 versus 2 seed Knicks and Pacers in the East. I think I've looked at the other 3 rosters already, but the Pacers, Miles Turner, buddy, this team is no better on paper than so many I've seen. Fair enough. Tyrese Halliburton definitely not in the rotation. Okay, I'm doubting them, but they've taken a 3-2 lead, have the Pacers. What? RJ Barrett going to work 40 points in a closeout game in round 2. Josh Hart inside. That was ugly, but it worked. Indiana needs to find a bucket here from someone, anyone. Otherwise, this is going back to MSG game 7. Miles Turner on the low block. He's going to fade. Hook shot. Not a fade. I don't know what I'm saying. Mitchell Robinson clamping down the stretch. Are we going to get a foul here from the... We are. Dude, the foul logic is so dumb in this game. 37, 6, and 9 for Julius Randle. He is killing it. This is going to be an epic game 7, man. Shades of the 90s with this series. I'm sure Spike Lee was sitting courtside. Maybe John Starks, Pat Ewing, a couple legends as the Knicks handled business. Okay. Yeah, no Reggie Miller out there for the Pacers. They fall short. Valiant effort, though, with a less than impressive roster. We also have a game 7, though. Portland, Golden State. Let's go. Yeah, that's another blowout. That's another on your home court. Portland, for shame. For Andrew Wiggins, MVP of the West Finals. Fair enough. Julius Randle, 33, 12, and 5. My man's is a beast. And just like that, we've got a Knicks Warriors NBA Finals. Andrew Wiggins indeed is leading the way for this Warriors team in the playoffs. They're pretty balanced. Steph Curry has seen 0 minutes as a 70 overall. While for the Knicks, it's been all Julius Randle, 32 and 12 in the playoffs. RJ's been cool. He had 40 in that round 2 game. Jalen Brunson has also not appeared in the playoffs. And my cause for concern for Golden State was apparently on point, as after taking game 1, they would in short order fall back down 3-1. The Knicks were on the brink. brink. Wait, no, did I fumble? The Warriors are on the brink. The Knicks are on the verge of winning a championship. Yeah, you know what I mean. I can speak English. Wow, and not only are they on the verge, the Knicks cruise to a win in Game 5. What a dominant performance. I thought a young stud like Scoot Henderson or obviously Victor Wembanyama would run this reset NBA, but instead it's freaking Julius Randle and the New York Knicks. Okay. Hey, you know, Knicks fans, it did take 45 NBA players being eliminated basically from the league, but it's still an impressive accomplishment. All right, lifting the trophy. Yeah, sure. Give it to Emmanuel quickly. Why not? And the NBA trophy's going back to New York City. 37, 10, and 5 averages. Wow. I'm gonna need Julius to win a regular season MVP. We can get the GOAT conversation going again in this timeline, of course. Okay, year 2, here we go. I'm gonna stop at rosters where I see things, I notice things that are interesting. Victor Wembanyama's up to an 87 overall. He should be better this year. Anthony Edwards is coming along, and now the Timberwolves have a solid starting 5 or big 5 at least. Ant is an 81 again. Wow, the Trailblazers. Scoot is up to an 85. DeAndre Ayton benefiting from that player progression boost. Who did I reset? Anthony Simons. Yeah, he's toast, but whatever. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, Steph. He was a 69 when I built this roster. Is he's regressing? Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Despite having 99 potential, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 20 years old, grew maybe half an overall, but he's still 59 overall. Maybe I didn't think this video through. This is chaotic. Anthony Davis is now the best player on the Lakers again. Tobias Harris, okay. I do not see Mr. LeBron James. Wow, the Magic. Franz Wagner, an 85. Paulo's already back up to an 83. They add a 21-year-old James Harden, who's actually going to be in the rotation. They could be dangerous. Okay, yeah, so Luka is also still a 57 overall. Like Steph and Giannis, he is not growing. Okay, full transparency, I did one test simulation with this roster built, and I saw Luka, Giannis, Steph, they all grew like slowly, but this is kind of weird. Anyways, Exhibit A of this video being super unpredictable. I thought it was going to be Victor's vid. I put it in the Underdog segment, but it's Scoot Henderson winning MVP in year 2. Ron Holland, I guess he was probably taken first overall by Sacramento Rookie of the Year. Markelle getting some hardware. Walker Kessler, Moses, okay. All-NBA first, Scoot Henderson. Evan Mobley still the best player in the league. John Morant has developed all the way back to the first team. Second team All-NBA Trae Young, who was also reset. Interesting. Julius Randle, I'm sure had another good year. Not sure when this became a Julius Randle stan account, but anyways, we're out here. RJ, yeah, pretty cool there. This year, the playoffs, though, OKC, the 1 seed, they were disappointing in year 1. Portland with MVP Scoot, the 2 seed. Detroit, a 1 seed. Knicks, Cavs, a rematch in round 1. End of season 2, I guess this is when I'll show it. Evan Mobley, 91 overall, the best player in the league. Tyrese Maxey, Victor's already overall wise the 5th best player. But again, I'm just noticing he missed the playoffs. Are you how, dude? The Spurs 37 wins, the Lakers just missing out again. Utah added LeBron and tanked their season. Nah, because like for real, Victor is an 88, very elite. They have an 85, Devin Vassell, Keldon. This roster is better than I would say like 75% of the playoff teams. This is nuts. But as per usual, we move the Pistons. We'll have to take a look at their roster. Trae Young looks like he's back for the Hawks, which is interesting to see. Boston at least isn't in the cellar, but yeah, they were bad. Detroit, Rock City, Jaden Ivey developing very nicely. I reset Cade. He was like a 78 before year 1. He's already back up to an 86. Do you see some players develop? What is with all these centers? How? Okay. Let's see if Scoot won a fraud MVP this year. Tyler Hero, 32 points a game. Unfortunately, Miami missed the playoffs, so fair enough. Tyrese Maxey was elite. RJ Bear, Scoot, I don't know, bruh. 24 points a game. Is that cutting it, really? Will we see the Golden State Warriors march from the 6th seed back to the finals for the 2nd straight year? Can New York go back to back? I don't know. It starts in round 1, and it'll start with just a single Game 7, Denver versus the Clippers. I'm not sure what either of these teams are about. No Kawhi, no Paul George in sight. The Clippers are aggressively mid. Jamal Murray back to a starter for Denver. Nikola Jokic nowhere in sight, obviously. Oh no, and with no Jokic, wow, Denver was definitely better on paper, at least what I saw. They just got flooded in Game 7. Oh, the OKC Thunder got swept in round 1. That is so tough. MVP Scoot and the Portland Trailblazers survived. They'll take on Houston, another super young team. The Pistons, unlike their counterpart 1 seed, did not choke in the playoffs, while indeed the Knicks beat the Cavs for the 2nd straight year on their way to a potential repeat. Granted, they lost to a pretty good Timberwolves squad that I pointed out earlier. Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Williams, that's a choke, my guy. Shea, still only a 73. Yeah, some players just aren't developing. It's kind of wild. Also, potentially kind of wild. Detroit, Orlando. We've got a game 7 in round 2. Yeah, I looked at the Detroit Pistons lineup just a second ago. Very good. All those centers. Orlando, wow, looking great. James Harden, yeah. Paulo, okay. Wow, this game was tight down the stretch. I was just about to jump in, then I didn't. Then Orlando ran away with it. Oh, that's an upset. Conference finals, we've got the Blazers looking to avenge their loss from season 1 against the 8 seed Timberwolves. I just noticed that. Yeah, look at these well, actually, the T-Wolves don't look as good as I thought a few minutes ago, but they're solid. Anthony Edwards is developing. While over in the East, we've got a 4 versus 6 seed matchup. The Orlando Magic, the Washington Wizards. I have yet to mention the Wizards. They don't look amazing, but Lonzo Ball, healthy, leading the way. Kyle Kuzma. I think I reset Jordan Poole from this team. He's a 75, fair enough. And okay, both these teams, the two teams you'll see in a second, both of them are buzzsaws apparently. Orlando and Minnesota in the NBA Finals. Only one game was lost between the two teams. Kind of like last year with Julius Randle on the Knicks, it looks like Cat is taking advantage of being now maybe the best player on the floor, and he's got a really solid supporting cast. Ant Edwards almost 20 a game in the playoffs. While on the flip side, Paulo Banchero has already recovered to his OG overall before I reset him. James Harden, 82 overall is nothing crazy, but he is balling a near double-double. They are just super deep, this Magic squad. And while Orlando definitely had the balance and depth advantage, the Timberwolves' top-end talent was good enough to make this an epic series, eventually going to 3 games to 2. Can the Orlando Magic, James Harden, can he get his first ring? Can they close this thing out? Oh, they're down big early, and they made it close, actually, but nah, we've got a game 7, folks. Oh, no! The agendas are gonna be crazy. Orlando was on the verge. They had 2 chances to win the finals. James Harden, another playoff choke. We even reset his career to pre-playoff chokes, and he comes back with another one. The Magic got crushed 2 games in a row, including game 7 on their home court. I know I sound like an A1 hater, but Harden, man, I gotta see them numbers, dude. That is so tough. And the Magic were definitely the better, stronger, deeper team on paper, man. I'll say again, just like Julius Randle last year, Karl Anthony Towns having a little career resurgence when, you know, like a bunch of elite players are gone. Anyways, to be fair, James Harden did lead the way in game 7, 21.7 assists, but only shot 7 of 19 from the field. That's a little icy. And the Minnesota Timberwolves win their first title in franchise history. Karl Anthony Towns, 27, 12, and 5. Will we get a rubber match in year 3? Cat and the T-Wolves versus Randall and the Knicks, maybe? Wow, looks like all of Victor's failures are catching up with him, man. No playoffs in 2 years. He did not develop ahead of year 3. Still an 88 overall. Scoot and the Blazers definitely going to be a problem. He's up to an 88 as well with a nice supporting cast. The 76ers have low-key rebuilt nicely. Maxey Joel's back up to an 86. Chris Middleton still hanging on. Brandon Ingram, I don't know how they acquired him, but nice pickup. Wow, this has got to be the Cavs year, though. Evan Mobley won MVP in year 1, then dipped. Look at his supporting cast. It's so solid. Ahead of our 3rd and final season, I will show player overalls now. Evan Mobley, the best player in the league by a little bit there. Kevin Durant has built himself all the way back up to an 89 overall. Ja Morant's an 88. AD's an 88. Zion's an 88. Will our 3rd and final season feature the return of a legit star who has been reset, you know, endgame style, coming back from... Anyways, no spoilers. Ah, okay. The plot thickens. In year 3, Julius Randle finally gets his regular season MVP. Okay. Cooper Flagg. Yeah, that dude looks insane. Winning rookie of the year. Brandon Ingram. I shouted him out on the Sixers. Evan Mobley, DPOY. Yeah, we got some studs coming for stuff here. Ja Morant, clutch player of the year. Does anyone really care about that? All-NBA first team, Julius, Lonzo, Evan, Ja, Trey. Second team, Ben Simmons. Okay, AD. There we go. James Harden, Scoot. Also Ron Holland. All-NBA third team, Jarrett Allen. I think Jarrett Allen's been on an All-NBA team, and I haven't noticed like this entire time. Josh Giddey Sengun. All right, looks like we got some chaos in year 3. Oh, would you look at that? Victor and the Spurs finally did something. I've definitely lost track of who is where. I know that Scoot Henderson and the Trailblazers are the 1 seed for the 2nd time in 3 seasons. We're going to look at more rosters as we go here, as I remember, but Julius Randle, no wonder he won the MVP. 62 wins for the Knicks. Kyrie Irving rebuilt all the way back up to an 89, led the league in scoring. Did Dallas make the playoffs? I don't know. Trae Young in Atlanta, Ja Morant, Memphis. I forget. I don't know if any of these teams made the playoffs. I know Kevin Durant and the Suns missed, though. I checked that. Oh, wow. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies did not make the playoffs. That is crazy to me. Kyrie and the Mavs, though, did slip in. That's nice. Over in the East, yes, sir. The Atlanta Hawks trade Trae Young. Yo, Orlando? They were so loaded with James Harden and them dudes. Okay, we're going to have some chaos here in the playoffs. Shout out to Philly. And shout out to the Sacramento Kings pushing Portland with Scoot Henderson to Game 7. I don't think I've mentioned the Kings once this video. De'Aaron is back to being the best player on the team. That's right, Ron Holland. He made All-NBA second or something like that. Domantas Sabonis, you know, cheering on from the bench. Oh, and Kawhi Leonard, another old dude who got zero progression this video. Okay. I don't know, maybe Kawhi can, you know, chuckle and laugh his way to some moral support from the bench. He's used to being on the bench, you know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up.
That was a joke about how Kawhi is always injured. It was not good. I am an idiot, and the Kings lose. Other notable finishes, the Philly 76ers with Tyrese and Joel did dust Trae Young and the Hawks. They will play the Knicks in round 2. Julius Randle, okay, he's on a crash course to potentially face Evan Mobley and the Cavs again in the conference finals after they won. Scoot Henderson versus Victor Wembanyama in round 2. I just realized. Also, the Timberwolves trying to march back for a back-to-back chip. Can they do it? Wow, just a 1 Game 7 in round 2. I'll show you the other results in a second. Cleveland is up against it even with 92. Evan Mobley, All-NBA Jarrett Allen. The Nets, they've got a pretty solid squad, I cannot lie. But yeah, hopefully nobody put any wagers down on Ben Simmons winning a Game 7. Did not work. Unfortunately, Scoot versus Victor was not close. I wasn't even paying attention as the Trailblazers dominated. They'll end up facing the OKC Thunder, back competing once again. While in the East, it is a year 1 rematch. Knicks, Cavs. Brad, the Thunder have 2 89 overalls. Jalen Williams an 88. They are a heavyweight. Oh yeah, actually so are the Trailblazers though, with 90 overall Scoot and a really balanced, solid supporting cast. He's the second best player overall wise on his team, but Julius Randle has an MVP, already a finals MVP. Can he get a second? Or will Evan Mobley basically match his resume beat for beat, get to the finals, potentially win? I'll answer the Mobley Randle question in a second. First, we've got a Portland OKC Game 7. Oh, come on, 2K. Can a brother get a clutch finish out? OKC just dropped 160 points in a Game 7. Did I see that correctly? New York gave it a fight, but it was a 6-game series. The 1 seed is down. Cleveland, an underrated march to the finals. In a 3-year span, Evan Mobley already has an MVP, a DPOY, 3 All-NBA selections, and he is having a great playoff run, it appears. Can he add a ring and finals MVP? Or will Jalen Williams leading the Thunder? And anyways, will the Thunder stand in his way? Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, and Jalen Williams averaging 21 a game. Let's go. No, Evan Mobley. I kind of wanted you to succeed, dude. 3-1 comeback, anyone? It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Mobley. All right, the Cavs need like 2 threes here. They can win Game 5, extend the series. Mobley on the low block, bit of a mismatch, 92 overall, and he smoked the layup. Okay, yeah, he grabs a rebound, dunks on someone. Fair enough. 45 seconds left. Cleveland, you gotta go and you gotta get a quality shot. Terrence Mann doing a lot of dribbling here. That's Jackson hit. Yo, why does Cleveland have 3 7-footers out here? Well, I mean, it worked for them like 2 years ago. No chance. He just stepped out of bounds. I was so shocked at how unserious Cleveland was as a franchise that I skipped through the celebration. Yeah, definitely accidentally, but the OKC Thunder are our 3rd champion of the video. Chet Holmgren, a pretty modest stat line. Looks like he was a defensive beast. Takes home some hardware. Finals MVP. As in 3 seasons with the best players in the NBA reset, we saw Evan Mobley, Scoot Henderson, and Julius Randle take home most valuable player. We saw the likes of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving redevelop into superstars and make a huge impact on the court, but ultimately it was 3 teams who shrugged off losing their best player to the reset: the Knicks, the Timberwolves, and the Thunder, who are the champions of this video. And honestly, that experiment was very fun. It was cool to see the players who were able to redevelop into superstars, and also it was hilarious to see the ones who did not. Let me know what you thought of the video and use code JCAN at Underdog.